Yes, it can totally go negative. Cube root. What's negative 64 is what? Negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4? Negative 27 is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. You could bounce down to the bottom and put those numbers as well, but instead they're positive. Negative 8 is negative 2. Negative 1, 0. 1, 2. Got it? 0, 0.
What?
Yes? So here's my counting pattern. Are you ready? 1 to the right, 1 up. 8 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 up. Because the cube root of 8 is 2. 1 to the left, 1 down. 8 to the left, 2 down. And then it goes, woo, little curve there. There you go. Domain. Domain. That's a cubic. Don't draw that. So all real numbers, range. Good job. That's the parent. Notice. All real numbers. Double bar R. Double bar R. So this one goes left to right, correct? The one we're going to do tomorrow does the exact same thing except it's up and down. Okay? So here we go. You ready? Transformations? All right. Looking at this first one. What's my HK?
Negative 4, 0.
Thank you. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. The only thing I have left after that is my negative 3 on the outside. What's the negative going to do? How so?
It's going to go down.
It's going to flip it over the what? The X. What's the 3 going to do?
Triple the X.
It's going to vertically stretch it. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my counting pattern, though, because that's me describing it. Now I actually want to do it. It tells me just to multiply my y's by negative 3. So I'm going to go 1 to the right. I'm supposed to go 1 up. But when I multiply 1 times negative 3, what do I get?
Down 3.
I go down 3. Then I'm supposed to do, why are you making that face? Oh, you were. So then you're supposed to go 8 and up 2. But if I multiply 2 times negative 3, so I'm going to go 8 and what? What? Yes? Now, everything I did, I can do going the other direction, but then instead of going down, I'm going to go up. So I'm going to go back 1, up 3. And then the other one's going to be off my screen. So if I were to graph this, it's going to look like this. Domain. Range. Don't you love that? Let's describe our changes this time. How did we move it? Left 4. And vertical stretch by 3. And reflect over x-axis. We go with that? Okay. How many of you don't really get the counting pattern? Everybody gets the counting pattern. That makes me nervous. Okay, so if you struggle with the counting pattern, you can transform the table instead. So take a look. On the inside here, it's saying take the x's and add 4. That's a liar, right? We're going to take the x's and we're going to subtract 4. So when I look at the points I did, which were from here to here, I'm going to take, come on, do what I want. I'm going to take negative 1 minus 4, and I get negative 5. I'm going to take 0 minus 4, and I'm going to get negative 4. 1 minus 4, I'm going to get negative 3. 8 minus 4, I'm going to get 4. Now, on the outside, it tells us to take our y's and multiply it by negative 3. And outside is the good guy, so we're going to say negative 3 y. So I'm going to take those same y values starting right here. I'm going to do negative 3 times negative 3, and I'm going to get 3. I'm going to do 0 times 3, and I'm going to get 0. Or 0 times negative 3, my bad. Then I'm going to take this 1 times negative 3, and I get negative 3. And then I'm going to take 2 times negative 3, and I'm going to get negative 6. Do we have a point at 4, negative 6?
Yes.
So do you see how you could transform the table to create points that you could plot instead of trying to do it the other way? Yes, sir.
Do you have to start at a certain point whenever going from that other graph to this?
I'm going to work my way around the starting point. So I'm always going to work my way around the 0, 0. Because otherwise, more than likely, you're going to end up off your grid.
Why did you not teach us?
Huh? I believe I have before. It just hasn't stuck. Hello.
Since insiders lie, like if you have the x minus something.
We're getting ready to do it. See, there's an insider right there. We're getting ready to do it.
But
You're going to give me just a moment, right? I swear we're getting ready to do it.
no, but
Pretty, please.
it's not affected by the
Super pretty, please. Okay, so here we go. Is 6 my h?
Yes.
No. Is the x inside of a parenthesis?
Negative 3.
So it's got to be 2 parentheses. X minus 3. If I redistributed the 2, Jackson, would I get the same answer?
Yes.
Sweet, then I did it right. Now what's my HK? 3, negative 4. So now I'm going to go plot 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, so okay. So
No, wait. Wait, I swear I'm going to do it. I promise.
no.
Oh, just be patient. Give me a minute, I swear. If not, then you can ask it then. Okay, this is my starting point. Let's see. We're going to have to do what to our x's because of this 2? It's on the inside. It's multiplying. So instead of multiplying by 2, we will multiply by, okay. Am I going to do the 1, 1? No, I'm going to bounce over to 4, 2. But instead of going 4, I'm only going to go halfway. So I'm going to go 2, 2. Because it was 4, 2, I only go 2 halfway and then still 2. Because I go half. I multiply half times 4.
Okay.
Because we're multiplying the x's by a half. Oh, it is 8. Dang it, I'm in the wrong class. We did this last period. Undo. We're not doing 4, 2 because the cube root of 4 is not 2. We're going to do 8. What is the cube root of 8? Great, we're doing 8, 2. So I'm not going to be able to go 8, but I can go halfway. What's halfway? 4. Half of 8 is 4. Now, if I went that way 4 and up 2, I can go the other way 4 and down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, down 2. And I got 3 points. Now, you see how you have 3 points and they look like you could draw a line?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Okay.
It needs to be going curvy. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to transform the table.
Wait.
Nope. I'm going to transform the table, and then you can ask your question, I swear. Here, insiders lie. So I'm going to multiply 1/2 x, and then plus 6. No, plus 3. No. What am I doing? And then here, I'm going to do y minus 4. Because it's still got to be outside of it. Okie doke. So I'm going to go to those same points. I'm going to start at my, 0, 0? And I did 1/2 times 0 plus 3, which is 3. Then I'm going to bounce. I don't want a half of 1. So I'm going to do half of 8, which is 4, plus 3, which is 7. And then, of course, I could have done the negative 1, which would have been, now I have to go backwards. It would have been half. It'd be negative 4 plus 3. So what? Negative 1? Sorry, I should have put that at the top of the table. Okay? I'm going to undo it. I'm going to put it at the top of the table. I don't like it. Negative 1, 3, 7. So we're doing this one, This one. Nope, nope, nope. Having problems. We're doing this one, and this one. Okay, so now I'm going to subtract 4 from those values. So -2 minus 4 is -6. 0 minus 4 is -4. And 2 minus 4 is -2. Do we have a point at 7, -2? Yes. So if you translate your table, then you could also find the points to the graph instead of moving it around if you're more comfortable with that.
Okay. So you see how it says 2 parentheses x minus 3?
Yes, sir.
And the insiders lie, so the 2 would mean it's like the horizontal compression by 1/2.
Correct.
Okay. So would that mean it would also be a vertical stretch by 2? Or like if you graphed it, would it be the same?
I don't know. It's a good question. That is a really good question.
So a vertical stretch by 2 would be the same as a horizontal compression.
Would it? Can you prove it? I'm sure you can find out.
What is it?
That makes sense. That makes
Oh,
sense.
I don't want to just give you the answer. I like your question, and I'm so glad you asked it because you're being inquisitive, and that's totally good. And find out. Check it out. Do the exact same thing. Put it on the outside. See if it does it. Find out how your A and B work together. Okay, so if we were to talk about the shift, this is right 3. It's a horizontal compression by 1/2. And it's down 4. Whoops. Domain. Range. We okay with that?